goes to
Jamie Lee Curtis!
That is the moment Jamie Lee Curtis won the Oscar for Best Supporting Actress for her role in Everything Everywhere All at Once, the first Academy Award of her decades-long career. Joe sat down with Curtis before the actors' strike began, and they spoke, among many other things, about her unexpected journey to winning that Oscar and the gift of being in movies, even the bad ones.
Speaking about movies that aren't the greatest movies in the world, I love how
I'm in a bunch.
I love how you embrace the good, the bad, and the ugly, and it reminds me of Jeff Daniels. He said, whenever I'm in a hospital,
Yeah.
if I ever go into a war zone,
Yeah.
wherever I go, if I go see wounded vets,
Yeah.
they all come up to me,
Yeah.
and they don't ask me about the movies that the critics love the most.
Yeah.
They said, tell me about Dumb and Dumber. And he goes, and I immediately can connect with him.
Yep, sure, of
And he
course.
said, it's a great gift. And that's
I was
what
with
you-
Owen Wilson at Disneyland for
Oh, my God.
the Haunted Mansion press day. We are here talking about our new movie, Haunted Mansion, for Disney, because we are big fans.
Which is why Disney invited us to be honorary cast members for the day.
And as we were leaving, I'm walking with Owen Wilson. He's been in, what, 1 billion movies.
Love him.
Such a great
He's
guy.
amazing.
The kids. Oh, there's Lightning McQueen. And he stopped, and all of a sudden, Lightning McQueen answered their questions.
Oh, my
And you could
gosh.
see their faces. And I thought, there you go.
It's
So
a-
it is, by the
a
way,
great example
even the
of that.
bad movies have fans.
You have a book, a graphic novel. This after like The Bear and winning
Bear is
an
out.
Academy Award.
I
mean,
did
you've
win
had-
an Academy Award this year. I did. March.
me ask you
By the
about
way,
that.
March 12th.
That movie is just crazy. I mean, crazy script,
Yeah.
crazy cinematography,
Yep.
crazy editing,
Yep.
crazy everything. And I will say, for like the first 30, 45 minutes, you sit there and go, where is this leading? And then it all opens up. Just a beautiful ending. But I was wondering, when you won, I said, did you really think when she read that script, hey, I think I'm going to win an Academy Award from this one?
Let me
I mean,
tell you that.
Crazy.
I like to remind people because the movie became something so big, and we all got very fancy. We were in fancy outfits. We were, you know what I mean? By the end of the run, by the end of the release, and the enormous success of the movie, it took on a life of its own. It became so much bigger than any of us ever could have imagined in our lives. And we shot in 38 days in an office building in Simi Valley, California. And then COVID hit, and then it didn't get released for almost 2 years. The idea that anyone would have had a sense that what we were doing in this weird petri dish of creativity was going to yield not only, first and foremost, that was going to yield that movie. I had no idea. And then when I saw it at the first time I saw the movie was the premiere of the opening of South by Southwest Film Festival as the opening night movie. And that's where I went, oh.
That's what we did.
But even then, the last thing in the world anyone was thinking was that there would be golden season of shiny things was going to happen.
Everything, everywhere, all at once.
Even in the fall of last year, the end of the fall of last year, I got a phone call from my agent and Heidi saying, so we were speaking to A24 about a campaign. And I said, a campaign for what?
For what?
And they said, well, you know, they're going to do an Oscar campaign. I was like, shut the up. Like, shut up.
Right.
That's not going to happen. I get it that the movie is going to probably, you know, the movie itself, and of course, Michel, beautiful Michel. Key was, of course, getting so much attention for his work. I was like, the editing, as you said, is extraordinary. And I thought, Well, sure, but the last thing in the world I thought that it would be for me. I've been to the Oscars, I've presented at the Oscars, and when we walked in, we were sitting in the front row at the Academy Awards, and I sat down, Michelle Yeoh sat next to me, Ki Kwan, Stephanie Hsu, and I went up to each one of them. I'm going to literally do this, and you're going to freak out. I literally went up to each one of them in the front row, and I went like this. I bent down at their seat, and I went, Ki, where are we? And he said, what do you mean? I said, where are we? He said, at the Academy Awards. He said, why? He said, because we're nominated. For what? Our movie, which is also nominated. And where are we sitting? The front row. I said, at the Academy Awards. Okay? And then I moved down to Stephanie.
Everyone.
Same thing.
Yeah.
Michelle.
Oh my God.
Because that isn't our lives. That isn't who we are.
Right.
We're not those people.
Right.
We don't sit in the front row at the Academy Awards.
That's
it was this
amazing.
little tiny movie that could and did and continued to
movie,
and
yeah.
won f***ing Best Picture at the Oscars. It was mind-blowing.
Still hard to believe.
It's
Just
unbelievable.
took over the
It's
night. Like, Gone with the Wind.
Unbelievable that
is.
happened.
It is.
That happened to that group of people. I mean, it was just extraordinary.
Your character.
Deirdre Beaudeirdre.
Right. She's a tough IRS agent, but give anybody the opportunity. You see the soft side. She softens up at the end.
We are all human, and we've all been through the ringer of life in whatever form. And Deirdre Beaudeirdre is a forgotten woman, just like Evelyn was a forgotten woman. Michelle Yeoh described her character as a woman you'd pass on the street and not even notice her, have no acknowledgement of her. Deirdre Beaudeirdre is one of those forgotten people, and they're all over the place. They're everywhere. And that they put Deirdre into that movie so that she then had that awakening with Evelyn was beautiful. But I loved representing those forgotten people. And look at Donna Brazzato is a woman who, in many ways,
The same. Those two characters actually have a good bit in common.
Yeah, both those people are about as free as I've ever been.
I want to ask you, I'm really curious. Here you grow up in the shadow of Hollywood royalty, and yet all I hear about you from everybody, you went in the households in Iowa, usually when they would call people and say,
With
hey.
Amy Klobuchar.
Yeah, we would call people from Hollywood and say, hey, can you go, Kim? A lot of times it was more trouble than it was worth.
But isn't that what we're supposed to do?
That's what we're supposed to do, but I'm asking you.
Isn't that why we're here
How did
as
you
human
survive?
beings?
We hear the crazy stories.
I was raised by my mom. My mom, I give her all the credit for the grounding of her. But beyond that, I've understood that from the beginning. What are politicians? What is the goal? Go to a house in Iowa. What are you saying? You're saying, what do you believe in? What matters to you? Well, that matters to her. And she will be your voice in that matter. That issue, that's what we're trying to do here. We're trying to connect in anything, be it politics or pretending to be other people or charitable work or friendships or marriage or being a parent. You know, that to me is the real reason we're here.
I want to ask you one more question. I saw an Instagram of you going in to the Disney store, and you had the Pride hat on, and you thanked Disney. That was especially personal for you. You said something about learning from Ruby.
Yeah.
And you talked about how you're learning every day.
Every day.
Every day. And the bottom line is it's about compassion. It's that line, from a river runs through it. We can completely love those we don't completely understand. And don't you wish that the political climate right now, especially on this issue, was so different than it is? How hurtful is it for you as a mom to see the hostility?
They've demonized trans people. It's awful, and it's terrifying.
It's getting worse.
Every day it's getting worse.
Every day it's getting worse.
At the bottom line, life is about love. Being a parent is about love. And I love Ruby. Love her. And people have said, you're so great to accept her. I was like, what are you talking about?
This is what parents do.
This is my daughter.
Right.
This human being has come to me and said, this is who I am, and my job is to say, welcome home. Mm-hmm. I will fight and defend her right to exist to anyone who claims that she doesn't. And there are those people, and it's going to be a really challenging time, regardless of the political. I mean, there's a lot of political rhetoric, awful political rhetoric, particularly coming from your home state. I'm so sorry. As you know, my favorite Twitter is waking up in Don't Say Gay Florida is someone waking up going, gay! And, you know, obviously, I'm trying to learn. The most important thing is that I don't know everything. And I wake up every day sober saying I don't know everything. And I have gone to teachers, I've gone to people and said, please educate me, help me learn what the issue is, why that's so important, and what the other opinion is, so that I can hear both sides. Because if I only hear one side of an argument or an idea, then I have no ability to think. And the whole idea here is we can think. We have minds to think. And as you said, like, how do you walk through this? There's no handbook. There are people who will be helpful guides. But I get it wrong. I'm learning, I'm trying, I'm human. But at the bottom line is, I'm a mom.